Welcome back to my channel. Today is Sunday, November 8th, 2020, and we're going to take a look at, when you go to galleries, how you would look and appreciate the art from my personal perspective. So I want to encourage you to do this. So we'll have a look at that when we come right back. So stay tuned. Welcome back. I know sometimes it's a pretty new experience for people who especially are not very seasoned at visiting art galleries and museums, but a wealth of information is there and a wealth of knowledge, and I just want to encourage you not to be intimidated by the art you see on display. Now here in Barbados we have a number of local private galleries such as the Gallery of Caribbean Art, the New Edge Gallery. We also have the Barbados Arts Council and the government-owned Queen's Park Gallery. Any of these places plus a few more, you can feel free. Even during these times in the pandemic, you just observe the necessary regulations and feel free to go inside and visit the art and look around. And for those persons out there who just need to get a sense of how to engage art, to me it is just your sensibility. Art is subjective. There's no right or wrong, in my opinion, to it. What would be good is if you were able to meet the artist and actually have a conversation going in terms of finding out what they were thinking of when they painted a particular piece or why they painted that specific style, for that matter. But it is no hard and fast rule, even if you don't see the artist, not to on your own appreciate what you see, because it's more or less a call and response, a reaction to your own personal sensibility. So just a few quick tips I would like to leave you with today in engaging art, and it's very simple. All you need to do is, for number one, you need to just look at the art literally and see it for what it is. What does it contain? Does it contain trees, houses, boats? Is it abstract, for that matter? And if it is, you would look at the elements involved in that, and the elements are inclusive of, you look at the lines, the shapes, the textures, the colors, the arrangement and the composition, and you will look at these various things in terms of analyzing how tasteful they were done by the artist. Even look at the rhythms in the piece, look at how they use the colors in terms of achieving balance in terms of design. For example, do you find red in the left side balanced by red on the right side or diagonally running across? Do you find some of the red being picked up in the middle of a piece, for example? And you can look at these simple things and seeing how the artist was able to tastefully use color and weave it together in a nice, interesting composition, a nice, tasteful composition. You will look at also if the artist was able to heavily build up on the canvas, the pigment, or if he was able to use mixed media by incorporating sand or wood or any other elements into the piece that would give it what you call a haut relief or bas relief, which is a French term simply meaning high relief or low relief element in the piece. And you would go from there in terms of your ability to be able to want to reach out to the piece and maybe feel and touch it, and what response or mood does it give you. In terms of color, you would also look at the emotion of color, not only the artist's use of color, but what it makes you feel, the response. Is it cool? Does he use a palette only with greens and blues, for example, or does he use warm reds and yellows and bright vivid colors? And maybe that could speak to the artist's personality, or maybe he's trying to transcend a message which we might not all personally know, but we can take our own personal interpretation of this. In terms of literal pieces, don't be deceived, because there are some pieces that look quite literal, but there are a lot of hidden meanings behind these pieces. Like, for example, why did the person put a particular object in one aspect of the piece or one segment of the piece as opposed to not doing this? These are some of the things that you can look for. And then moving on from what the piece literally says, you go into the elements as described, how they use the elements, for that matter. And then you move on to looking at, again, the design principles and generally what the piece is saying to you. At the end of the day, you are responding to the piece. So if it is something meaningful to you, like maybe a child house that existed on the corner in Bridgetown some years ago and it's no longer there, you might respond to the fact that you once knew that house or the persons living in that house intimately. Or if it is a piece where is a particular popular area or individuals in the piece that you see a likeness to, those are things that would allow you to reach out and engage with the art. So I just had to share this moment with you and just encourage you to, a good activity to get out during these times safely though, and just go around and look at the galleries, look at the art and support the artists. And, when I come back next week, we'll be just looking at something even more interesting as we just keep to make ourselves human. So just be safe for now and enjoy the remainder of your week, and we will chat again soon. So bye for now, and continue to subscribe by clicking this button. Take care now.